Michaels here. Welcome back to New York. We're in the borough of Queens, very close to Kennedy Airport. And speaking of jets, this track is jet fast today. This racing surface at Aqueduct has already seen 2 track records established earlier today. The purse $600,000, the winner getting $360,000 in the mile and an eighth 75th running of the Wood Memorial. So the prep season continues. The Kentucky Derby picture, which was wide open going into this weekend, even more wide open perhaps now after Menifee, a 7-to-1 shot, wins the Toyota Bluegrass Stakes. A field of 11 going to the post here at Aqueduct. Let's take a look at the field and the current odds. Breaking from the inside will be Badge. He is the favorite. His odds are 2-to-1. Carly's Harley is 16-to-1. Bugatti, a long shot out of post number 3 at 31-to-1. The second choice of the bettors right now is Adonis. Jorge Chavez in the irons at 5-2. Clico ships in from California, 7-1. The Groom is Red is 10-1. David is 8-1. Robin Goodfellow at 60-1. And then the field is rounded out by Machine to Tower at 46-1. Best of Luck at 9-1. And Swamp breaking from the outside at odds of 9-1. Now the post parade. The horses have come out onto the track. The number 1 horse is Badge. Sean Bridgemohan, who was the Eclipse Award-winning Apprentice Jockey of the Year in 1998, is in the irons. This horse's sire, Air Forbes 1, won the Wood back in 1982. This is the Gotham winner and the favorite today. Number 2 is Carly's Harley. He is a late closer. He's had 6 different jockeys up in his 8 starts. Edgar Prado in the saddle. Number 3 is Bugatti. Scotty Schulhofer is the trainer. His sire is AP Indy, so he's nicely bred. Robbie Davis up for the first time. Number 4 is Adonis. Nick Zito, who is in Lexington and looking on television right now, is the trainer. Blinkers on for the first time. Clico is number 5, a very interesting horse, a California-bred gelding. All 3 starts out west, ships east, and we'll learn a lot more about this horse in the next few minutes. The Groom is Red is the horse owned by Celtics coach Nick Pitino. A brilliant 2-year-old season, won the Champagne Stakes, not so good at age 3. Number 7 is David, a New York bred. He's won 3 races, all gate to wire. Number 8 is Robin Goodfellow. Robin Goodfellow is 60-1 right now. This is a horse, though, who has not been off the board, in the money in all 9 of his starts, but he's won only twice. Number 9 is Machine to Tower. His claim to fame is a Hall of Fame trainer, Frank Martin. He was no factor in the GalleryFurniture.com stakes 3 weeks ago. Number 10 is Best of Luck. This horse could be a sleeper. The Hall of Fame trainer, Alan Jerkins, is the conditioner. Jean-Luc Semin is the jockey. And breaking from the outside will be Swamp. Richard Migliori, good jockey in the irons. This is Swamp's first race on dirt. Grass only to this point, so he'll be compromised, though, out of that 11 hole. Great to be joined, as always, by Charles C. Canty. First, a little bit of a reprise. What'd you think of the Bluegrass Stakes?
Pretty interesting. We validated the form of the Florida horses. Vicar and Cat Thief ran good races. Obviously, that form stands up in Florida, but there's room for the addition of fresh, talented newcomers. And Menifee, and only a second start around 2 turns, is obviously a horse to contend with, and I think it just makes the Derby a wide open picture. It's even more wide open now because these horses can be beat.
What about the quality of this field today? What do you think?
Well, what we've got today, Al, is a bunch of horses who fall into 2 categories. They're either very slow developers, or they're horses who have shown talent but just haven't had time to solidify their credentials, like the horses we just saw in the Bluegrass.
Right. In fact, Menifee, the horse that won the race, was making only his 5th career start. Okay, right now let's go over to Jim McKay. Jim.
All right, Al. Well, you know, much is made of the so-called home field advantage in sports. Too much in many cases, I think. But there is a local star in today's Wood Memorial, and he and his connections are New York all the way. They feel right at home in the gritty world of the Aqueduct racetrack, and their horse Badge thrilled the locals in the Gotham Stakes 3 weeks ago, coming from last to first.
It will be Badge to take the Gotham, and he won by 6.
Badge fits the blue-collar, winter-weary, freezing-cold lifestyle of the Aqueduct race fan. While more elegant stables moved to Florida, Badge and his people stayed here. Badge became the horse of the winter in New York City. His trainer, Joe Aquilino, started as a groom and hot walker between shifts as a New York firefighter. He grew up just a few miles from here. Sean Bridgemahan, his jockey, made a name for himself in New York last year, becoming the top apprentice rider in the country. And then there's the owner, Jim Vena, who was raised in the clamorous streets of Brooklyn. He taught himself to play guitar at age 13, founded an international commodities trading company at 25, and claimed his first horse at 35 just 3 years ago. Now he has Badge.
I don't know if I was going through a midlife crisis or what, but I wanted to try something new. And I'm sort of a borderline insomniac, and I do run an international business, which is, I think I just need to keep busy.
And he has kept Badge busy. The colt has won 4 of his last 5 starts, including the Gotham. Now he carries the hopes of the firefighter, the guitar-strumming financier, and the kid, the young jockey named Sean.
Everybody wants a shot to be in the spotlight, and fortunately we are there right now.
And if he wins today, Badge may leave his New York fans, but take their dreams to Kentucky, the place where he was born, to Churchill Downs, and the great Kentucky Derby. Well, and there's a look at Jim Vena, the owner of that horse. I mentioned that he taught himself to play the guitar at age 13. Well, at that age, he was also a big fan of the rock guitarist Eric Clapton, and he names all his horses after songs written by Eric Clapton, including Badge. Well, he has high hopes today for Badge to bring it home in the Wood Memorial. Stay with us. We'll be right back.